Shalom, ladies and gentlemen. Today, as always, we'll be talking about our weekly Torah portion. Parshas Shelach, sent. Who sent home? Moshe Rabbeinu sends spies to the Holy Land with the permission of a Kadosh Baruch Hu, but on his own account. Now, we know how the story goes, but there were 2 of the spies out of 12, all of them represented each tribe, who those 2 spies didn't follow the majority, and they opposed the spies' opinion about the lies that they told about the Holy Land. One of them, Caleb, is representative of the tribe of Yehudah. And according to Rashi, he just, when he entered the land of Israel, he just went to Hebron, to the burial place of our fathers, Avraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, and Leah. And he prayed there for the whole time when the rest of the spies were traveling and searching and collecting their intelligence information in the Holy Land. Basically, according to Rashi, he decided he didn't want to be part of whatever the spies planned. From this, we can learn that the plan was actually reached originally even before they gathered the information. The second spy, who didn't follow with the majority, was Yeshua ben Nun, representative of the tribe of Ephraim, the descendants of Yosef. He does something absolutely opposite. He goes together with the spies, and most likely he tries to convince them that no, they shouldn't follow with their plan to say that we cannot conquer this land, and he tries to change the situation. Unfortunately, both of the approaches, Caleb's approach and Yeshua's approach, didn't give a positive fruit. Intuitively, I feel that Yeshua's approach is better. You should try to change the situation. You go outside of your comfort zone, out of your ghetto, and trying to change instead of just staying in a closed zone of the Jewish tradition in your ghetto and pray. Unfortunately, as I said, none of them worked. The spies coming back, and they convinced the Jewish people that we cannot conquer this land, that we shall stay in the desert. It's much better and easier there with all the godly welfare that we received. Unfortunately, we know that this day became not only the day of the beginning of the 40 years in the desert for our fathers, but it became the saddest, the grievous day in our history, 9th of Av, Tisha B'Av. Which approach is right? Actually, those 2 approaches, they go back to in history at the origins of the Jewish nation, because we're talking about tribe of Yehudah and the tribe of Yosef, Ephraim, who was Yosef's son, and Yeshua is representative of a tribe of Ephraim, and Caleb is representative of the tribe of Yehudah. And Yehudah, he was a really religious leader. He was a leader for the brothers, but he was a shepherd. He was into closing in your own ghetto, into the praying. And the first thing that he does when the Jewish people, just as a small family, come to Egyptian land, he builds a Jewish neighborhood, he builds a yeshiva, he builds a ghetto. Joseph, totally opposite. Joseph is one that integrated into society, into civilization. He changes society from within. He goes out of his comfort zone. They do not understand one another, and that's why in the book of Bereshit we see the coming of this conflict between Yehudah and Yosef. And this conflict goes on in our history. Unfortunately, even according to my judgment, that Yeshua is the better way, it didn't end up very well. We know that Ephraim, that Yeshua represented his tribe, is kind of symbolized the northern kingdom, Israel, the 10 tribes that disengaged themselves from Jerusalem, from the religious center of Yehudah, and unfortunately we know that those tribes disappeared. We don't know who they are, those 10 tribes. Which way is right? Yehudah, unfortunately, even they preserved the Jewish tradition, still brought to the destruction of Second Temple and our current exile. But this confrontation between those 2 approaches, they're still going on today in the Jewish nation. There are those that are saying, let's keep whatever we have, let's close our community, let's close ourselves from the world and live still in the Jewish ghetto. And those that say, let's go out, let's change the world from within, let's be integrated into society. The mistake is that we think that we need one of those approaches. But actually, we need both. We must learn how to find the balance between those two approaches, because this compose the Jewish nation. But the most important, each one of us, ourselves, we have inside each one of us those two approaches. Approaches of when you have to preserve and approaches when you have to go out. The key is to find the balance without fanatics. Good luck. See you next week.